So welcome to another episode of UPbuild. So in this one we're going to get on with a bit of the door.
Yeah, in this episode we're going to lower the door top down to the top of the door, and then we're going to make templates now. Got to go around there and get them cut out, and then we'll be able to piece that in next.
Okay? Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll get on with that.
So we'll get on with that now.
Right, so I'm just going to wire wheel all the paint off this area here where we're going to be fitting our new piece in, so that we can get a nice tight template into that area. So that's it all rubbed up, got all the paint off it, so we can make the template, and then got a clean area to weld to. I just really want to get all the paint off just so you can check to see if there's any filler or anything in there, just when we might need to make the template a bit different. So for anyone new watching, it's Mk1 Mini that we're working with, and we're turning it into a Mk1. So at the moment we're fitting the Mk1 doors, so we've got the hinges on as you can see there. Front A pillar and B pillar are all altered, and so what I'm doing now is just creating this top section. You can see the Mk1 door doesn't quite reach the top of the Mk4 shell, so the Mk1 has a bigger piece that goes in here, so that's what we're doing at the moment. Just going to work on filling this piece in. There we go, little quick explanation for anyone new. Okay. We'll get on with that. There we go, so we've got a bit of cardboard cut just that we can now mark or trace through and get the exact shape or profile of that roof line. And then we'd have just come in there with some tape, so we can tape this on, and then just get it steady, and then we can. There's not a really easy way to get that line because you can't really get in the back of there very well. So what we're going to do is just tape it on tight so it won't move, and then we're just going to basically knock around this side so we can get an imprint of that shape on the back of this template, which will be. This cut out. piece, but as you've seen, top profile is right. So we need to get this bottom, or the profile of the door, top of the door right on here. So we laid that cardboard back on, and then just basically the saw just pressed into it with the head of the panel beating hammer. Just put a bit of lead on the head and just pressed into it so we get the profile or the right shape of the door. But it's a bit deep. That's where we are. As you can see, when that's laid on, it's hard to do this, but when that's laid on there, you kind of see it's a bit too much. So what I've done is, I've got the profile, so we can just take off an equal measurement all the way around that, so then it'll keep the same profile then all the way around. So just sticking the set square on there. Maybe you can get a close up of that, Dad. So you can see the gap we've got here is 25mm. So we'll want our piece to be 20mm, which is going to go in. All I've done is just measure down from the top on my cardboard template, put a couple of marks. So yeah.
Just a better light, definitely.
Back on the front.
Is he going to cut it off again?
Yeah.
Oh. You good?
Tapped.
Take your buggy off.
So I've just made a piece to go on the underside of the. I'll show you now. There we go. So I've just made a piece to go in this section here to attach or to join this new outer piece to the inside of the door where we're dropping it down. So I just need to shape that up now to fit in there. Give that a bit of a shape. I'll show you. So I'll show you how I'm going to do that. There's probably a million ways. I haven't got any kind of tool or machine or whatever it is that you would use for putting the curves inside. So all I've been doing is just put a piece of bar in the, or piece of tube in the vise. Make sure I get this bend right, so I'll just mark on my template. There we go. So I just made a couple of marks on my template just where the bend needs to start on that piece. I can transfer it across. Once I put it in, I'll be able to sort of gradually just sort of shape it once it's in there intact, sort of panel beat it into shape, just to get me started. So, okay. There we go. I'm sure there's going to be many people probably watching this going, so much or a proper way of doing this, but I don't know. This is me working in the garage with the tools I've got and then the knowledge I've got. Here we go. Yeah, so put a bit of tube in there. So I'm just going to block the back of this and stop putting a curve on it. Bit more bend on that back, a bit tighter in here. It's probably just a bit tighter in there. So what we've got so far. Just need to grind a little bit off on the corners just to get it to sit further in a bit. Put a nice. I just find that what I've done there, just put a steady curve on. Obviously, you can, you know, bend it by hand, but trying to get a flat, steady curve on it by hand is going to be more difficult, I feel. Anyway, I don't know. If there's any easier techniques, let me know in the comments to how to bend that. But that's what I've done anyway. It's 1.5 mil that. So it's a bit harder to bend when I know when I'm doing that same technique with a thinner sort of 0.8 mil steel. It's an awful lot easier. So that's quite thick, and I'm using thicker. The reason why I'm using thicker foils is because I want to weld this from the inside, which will make more sense when I start doing that. I'll explain why, but just to prevent the metal warping, I'm using thicker. Right. Right, just get that tapped. I'll explain what I'm doing next. Right, okay, update time. So what I've done, the reason why I've welded it on the outside for like that is just so that now I can nip it back off on the top, take the whole piece off, and then I'm going to weld this from the inside all the way along. And the reason being is just so then I can grind this edge off and have a nice curve all the way along that edge, just to follow the same curve on the car. So welding from the inside, obviously I'm going to be grinding up to the weld on the inside, whereas obviously welding on the outside, I would just be grinding my weld off. So I'll give you a little close up. So that's kind of roughly where the door's going to sit. So those end bits, that piece there, I've tacked it at the top there. From that point there, coming down this way, that piece needs pushing back. This bit I've got my finger against, so I need to slice the body of the car for this piece to sit flush then. So it'll sit back into the body. go, so that's it all nipped off there. It should just fall off, might be slightly. Go. There we go. So I'll just weld that now from the inside all the way along that edge, and just steady away, careful not to warp it. So that's why I was using the thicker metal, using the 1.5mm steel instead of the 0.8mm sheet, because less chance of it warping, obviously, when I'm welding up the inside. So as I was saying, by welding up on the inside, then I can grind that edge off, and I'm not grinding my weld off if I was to weld it on the outside. So go ahead and get that welded up on the inside now. Oh, that's it for this one. So there's a little bit more work to do left on that top, but you get the idea how we're doing it. But a lot more to carry on with around the car. We'd like to get on with the back one. We need the windows before we can do that, which we haven't got yet. But yes, there's lots more to be getting on with. But hey, so here I am in my garage. Typically, all that video footage and then my camera ran out of memory right at the end, so just when I was concluding, so just had a couple of things I wanted to finish off by saying, just a couple of things I missed out. One of them was that you'll notice that piece that I put in when I come to weld it in, after welding the inside of it, welding it up, it had warped. I thought I'd prevented it by, you know, putting the air gun on it and cool it down, which you'll have seen us do there. But yeah, unfortunately it did warp, so I had to put a couple of relief cuts in a few places just to sort of bring it back into shape, which it worked fine, it did, you know, and then we just welded them up and you've seen, grinded them back, and you could never really tell. So yeah, I should have known, but anyway, you know, learn from your mistakes. I've made the mistake a few times and I haven't learned yet, but hopefully at some point I will. The other thing was just the little piece that's to go on the back of there for the door seal, the door rubber seal, that's to finish off. Obviously there's a little bit to put on there on the inside, just a little flat piece, so I'll finish that off on the next episode. But yeah, just want to say that really, and just a huge thanks again for watching the episode and for supporting us with the build, all of your positive, and really appreciate all those comments, all the positive comments that you've been giving us. Both me and my dad, thanks massively from both me and my dad for all those. It's always great, isn't it, knowing that people are enjoying or sort of really appreciate the work that goes in, and expressing that through the comments. You know, it takes time. All these things take time. Really appreciate the thought and the comments that are coming through. But yeah, I think that's it for this one. But if you enjoyed the episode, give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. There's plenty more to come. I'm looking forward to showing you the progress we've made with the other project, which you've kind of saw a quick glimpse of in one of the other episodes, which my buddy Tom is giving us a hand with. It's just a couple hours here and there when we get time. The main focus is the Mini, but yeah, looking forward to showing you that project too. Should come up soon in the future. But yeah, we'll end it there. So thanks again for watching. I really appreciate that, and we'll see you all on the next one.